Yo, man, what's going on? Let's go ahead and kind of look at some of our recap. I remember all week we've been talking about waiting on this falling wedge to break and retest on NVIDIA. We finally got our move this morning here. See, this was a fake out. We broke, retested, but lost it. We finally got this break, a retest, and then we pushed this thing up a move from, well, 184 to topped out at 189, 5 point move on NVIDIA. But again, we know when it comes to options, that's some good percentage points there. Now, I will be a little cautious right now just because some of our indicators are showing that we're becoming a little overbought. But if you were following along this week on this one, you caught a great entry on this breakout here. All right, now let's look and see. Let's look at SPX and SPY. What do I say? I'm expecting a retest of 691 on SPY, right? We got a break. Let's make this a little bigger. See, here's our trend line. We got a break. We got our retest right here. And then we broke up. Now we're back inside of our larger uptrend. So we should remain a little bullish on this. As long as we stay above this larger time frame, we're bullish in here. All right. And we looks like we keep trying to test it. And we are staying above this thing and defending it pretty well. So as long as we keep defending that, we should remain bullish. Now, if we fall down, that'll be, all these right here are retests. So if we lose this, we can take this thing back down for puts. But as long as we stay here, and what we really want to see, remember, we want this body to form on top and the wick to be the bounce. So if you got into this late or you haven't gotten into it yet, you want to wait until there's a wick stretches out a little more, and then his body starts to form before you take this thing back up to maybe retest to 696. So that was a great reversal from yesterday on SPY there. Let's go look at Bitcoin. All right, so this is a beautiful textbook double bottom here on Bitcoin. See this? Got a bottom here. We got a bottom here. Sellers try to pull this thing back down through the demand zone, but buyers keep stepping in right here. So as long as we get Bitcoin to push back up towards this 97,898, then we know that more than likely Riot's going to follow suit. So if you're a Riot trader, that's what we're waiting for. Similar pattern. Then if we extend this out, look at that extension out. See that? It's a retest. But again, we want this wick here to be reversed and the wick to be touching this line and the body pushing up for us to actually go bullish on that. So if that does happen, I mean, we could take a $17 call and just think gets back to 18 bucks. You're going to be in a pretty decent profit just by trading that way. Right? It doesn't take a lot of movement when it comes to that stock. I'm still sitting in Oklo. We did get a little bit of a bounce here, but we got rejected again at the same level on Oklo. Now, this was a good run, though, from 92 up to 99. Man, that was a good little pump on Oklo, but we got rejected again, so we still will remain in this falling wedge, what we are really waiting for here. Now, this would have been a good trade for some people. That's not what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a breakout, a retest, and then a break on Oklo. So for me, I'm still staying a little patient here for that one to break out. Walmart continues to stay above 120, which is good. Let's look at Palantir. We're also waiting for some movement here on Palantir to break out. Haven't gotten it yet. We're still kind of consolidating pretty tough in this zone here. But again, some people like these type of trades, right? 173 up to 179. That's a good move. For me, I want to break out. And again, if we go to the 4 hour, yeah, I want to break out here. I either want this thing to fall back down here and create this strong double bottom and push, or I want to finally break out and get back above to like these 196s, 200. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm still patient on Palantir. I don't see what I like for my trading style to jump into Palantir. Amazon has some good movement over the last couple of weeks, but now we're pulling back a little bit. So let's see what we can find here. Let's go to the 1 hour. All right, we're at a demand zone here on the 1 hour. But again, I want this wick, right, to be a little longer, and then I want the body to be forming on top before I jump into this play here. So I don't see anything yet on Amazon. I would put my level here say above 238.44 is when I will start looking for calls. To get above this little consolidation area right here. That's when I'll be start looking for calls once we break that, right? Then my first take profit will be right here about 240. Then once we get above this VWAP, we could be off to the races on Amazon. All right, so those are a couple that I see, and yeah, we'll check back here later to that this afternoon or end of the day, see how it all play out. Peace.